Hey guys, welcome back to Viti Vibes, your very own show which caters towards Fijian youth. If you're in the ages between 12 and 30, this show is for you. I'm your host Pranay, and today Rebecca's not here, so I'm going to be hosting this all by myself. So, teachers are still nervous about masks and COVID-19. It's mandatory to wear masks from grade 4 to grade 12, but from kindergarten to grade 3, you can do whatever. And some teachers aren't sure about that because even though they're still kids, you can still get COVID. And that's the one part that the teachers are iffy about. What do you guys think about it? Because I find it crazy. I mean, they are kids, but let's be honest. Kids should be able to wear masks, but that's my own opinion. Everyone has their own opinion. Moving on. Well, kind of staying on the same topic. The vaccine passport is something that's very important, and you guys all need to have, especially if you're 18 or above, because that's the only way that you can get into gyms, get into restaurants, get into anything starting September 13th. So make sure you guys have it downloaded and pictures or screenshot it, whatever's easier for you. I've been in school for about a week now, and my first week went pretty well. I hope all of your guys' first weeks went well as well. Hope everyone's safe, everyone's healthy, and let's continue to be that way. Also, don't forget to go out and vote, especially if you're 18 years old and a Canadian citizen. It's really important for you guys to go out and vote. Advanced polls are already open, so go and exercise your rights and go out and vote. But one thing is important. Make sure you know who you're voting for. Don't just go there and waste your vote by voting for someone totally random. Make sure they follow your values and you fully support them. That's the only reason you guys should be voting, not just for fun. It's not a fun thing. It's something very serious. So, make sure you guys are on that. Well, anyways, moving ahead. On today's episode, Shannon will be talking to Sanjina about the LGBTQ experience as an Indo-Canadian Fijian. And I will be interviewing Arshia.
Hello, and welcome back to Viti Vibes. I'm your director, Shannon, and this is the show where inspired youth inspire youth. Today, we are welcomed and joined by Sanjina, who was actually our guest for last episode, but today we will be talking all things exclusively drag. So hello again.
Hello.
So this is our little part 2 interview, so I'm very happy again that we get to talk more specifically about your drag.
Yes.
So first thing I want to ask, what is drag?
Drag is a form of art. It's a form of art how you express yourself, right? So drag can be like, you can get up there and paint, like that's your drag, like, you know. Drag, it's how you also express yourself. So
like a form of entertainment, you'd say?
It's entertainment, yes, but it just like, you know how you look at art, like painting?
Okay.
That's drag.
Yeah.
It's just like an art.
So your persona then?
Yes.
You are Sanjina.
Yes.
But you're also, so this isn't just your drag persona, but your identity as well now.
Yeah, she is.
Right?
No, she is, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So when did you officially become Sanjina?
When I moved to Toronto. So when I ran away from Surrey, just because I had to find myself. And moving to Toronto, I was like, okay, what are you missing? Because dance is something I had, and I was like, what is that spice that's missing? And then when I started to go out what we call there the Village, which is like the Davie Street here, like church, I started seeing a lot of drag performances. And then moving there, I also heard of a brown drag queen. Her name was Mango Lessie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, beautiful, amazing. She is so talented. And then Priyanka.
Yes, I've heard of her.
Yes, Canada Drag Race's winner. I saw her and I was like, oh my goodness, that's what you're missing, drag.
Yes.
Like, oh my god, like this is perfect. And then I met my drag mother, the Virgo queen. She is amazing. Toronto's like powerhouse performer. She is a wicked. Check her out. She's amazing. Took me into her arms and we created this.
That is awesome.
Yes.
So how did the environment here versus there allow you to become your drag or like your identity? And
it kind of switched actually. So like it flipped. It was like over here I was bullied and I wasn't allowed to express myself. Over there when I started doing drag, I entered into a field of cattiness. right?
Okay.
Like it was very competitive, and there was a different type of like bullying that would happen, right? With
Yeah.
like seniority and like how new you were and stuff like that, and just
Mhm.
like that's how so it was kind of like a flip.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like I would rather have that than what happened here.
Yeah.
Like to be
Totally
honest.
fair. Yeah.
So to be honest, right? It took time, but like that's what we are here now, like the newer generation drag queens. We are trying to change that, where we want more sisterhood and brotherhood
Mhm.
in our community. Oh,
Yeah.
there goes my ring.
Fair enough. So where did you learn about like everything that you know about drag? Because this right here, this whole fit, the makeup, the hair, like where'd you learn all this from, and or like how did you come about this?
First of all, I want to give a shout out to the makeup to my best friend Tanzia. She did this. It was her first time putting me in drag. She made me look freaking beautiful. My drag mother helped this. So for me, like Sanjina, I knew who she was gonna be. She was gonna be this Bollywood bish. Like, you know, she's bougie. No, she's not bougie. She's not bougie. She's not bougie. She's banshee. She's loud. Like, you know, it's just like I'm like the Bollywood Cardi.
I
You
totally
know?
see that. Yeah.
And I told, like, meaning Virgo, so we just kind of created this, and then eventually the style just kind of formed.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So what about like your drag allows you to? Or let me rephrase that question. What does your drag persona allow you to do that you normally wouldn't? Like, because I know you were biologically born a male.
Yeah.
And all that. So, what was the difference in like what you can do as a drag queen versus as like before when you were Sanjay?
Well, doing this now, I can express myself, right? With Sanjina, I feel safe, right? Because of her, I grown to love Sanjay.
Oh, okay.
Right? Because growing up, I really didn't love myself
Yeah.
because of what people did to me, and it was really tough. So Sanjina is someone I loved and someone that I just like, you know, I'm really attached to her.
Yeah.
So how I look right now, I wouldn't be able to do that back then. Oh, would not be allowed to do that.
Yeah.
Pretty sure right now people are looking at me right now going, "Oh, es que veco." I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure that's what people are saying
And
right
that's
now.
the thing. There's such a stigma attached to being able to
Right?
express yourself
exactly.
freely.
And
here.
it's like, right, es que veco. Like, yeah, that's right. Look at me.
Yeah.
Like,
And there
I'm
shouldn't be
here.
any shame in that.
There's nothing. I love myself.
That's
like,
what's
this is who I am, and you know what I mean? And this pays the bills, honey. Okay, this pays the bills, and it gets the men, too, so.
That's so funny. So I want to ask more about like your experience, the lifestyle of a drag queen. More particularly, I guess I want to first ask you about your name. So Sanjina, you were originally Sanjay Dayal, but
Yeah.
once you've transitioned into your drag persona, your new identity,
Yeah.
you are now Sanjina. So
Yeah.
where did this name come from?
So, like I said, growing up, people stripped my boy name. They would always call me Sanjina. So Sanjay was never said.
Yeah.
And then from that, I went to a fine arts college for acting for 2 years here in Vancouver, New Image. And basically, one of my classmates, like, I guess we were bickering, and she's like, "Oh, shut up, Sanjina." And I was like, "Great, here it goes, another name." Like, you know, I was like, "Oh, I'm so
Yeah.
annoyed of this." So she started saying it. And then Jason, everyone knows Jason Krishna Pillai. I love him. I don't know, I guess one time me and him got into a little argument, like, because we always argue. And he just said it too, Sanjina. So the name just started following me. And then when I moved to Toronto, my coworker, Dag, we call her she, Sanjina came out. And I was like, oh my God, this name is literally a disease. Like, it followed me to Toronto. And at that time, I was in search of, like, my drag name. And I was like, you know what? Sanjina it is.
Just put two and
Yeah,
together.
and then Dabish comes from karma, the, you know,
Yeah.
B-I-C-T-H. And then Queen is Virgo's last name, the Virgo Queen. So that's where Queen comes from. So my full name is Sanjina Dabish Queen.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is a very interesting story how you got that. I
I know.
love learning about these things. And,
Yeah.
like, because everything has such like a really cute or like sometimes like
Yeah.
interesting.
And drag names are usually like that. They always have something vulgar or something like something about their name is always a part of something.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I want to ask you, I guess, about being a person of color, because this is the first time, and I'm pretty sure for a lot of years too, seeing a Fijian drag queen. So, how does it feel like being a Fijian drag queen? Like, I assume you haven't been across many of them, if any.
No. Actually, no, Toronto. We have, I know a couple in Toronto.
Okay.
I can't say her name because we're not allowed to swear on here, so I can't. Sorry. If you're watching this, I can't say your name on TV right now. But in Toronto, I'm like really exotic there. Like when people
Being like a person of color?
being from Fiji. Like,
Fiji,
or
okay.
Fijian. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, what? Like usually people guess like I'm either Latina, Dominican, or Indian,
Yeah.
or like from Sri Lanka, like Sri Lankan or
Yeah.
Tamil, like you know what I mean? But I'm like, no, like I'm Fijian, like what? So that's one thing that's really special, like
Oh, okay.
just being Fijian, like you know what I mean? So yeah, that was the right question. Did I answer the right question?
Yeah, no,
Okay.
definitely. So what are some stigmas or stereotypes that you've kind of dealt with? Because I know, like, this is recently that you've been doing this drag thing.
Yeah.
And so, like, I
2
assume...
years. 3 years now. 3 years.
3 years?
Yeah. Sanjina's birthday was just like apparently. Her birthday was this month. I just kind of kept it kind of quiet. But
Oh,
like
happy
her,
belated.
Thank you. Yeah. So her birthday was this month, but like I
Okay.
kind of kept it on the down low. But yeah.
Yeah, so I want to really ask you, like, what were some stereotypes or stigmas you've faced as, like, being a drag queen? Because I know, like, you said it yourself, being here in Surrey, that's totally different, having to walk outside and, like, be seen differently compared to, like, Toronto, for example, right?
The Toronto scene is like it's really tough. There's like a drag queen every single day that like is born. Like you know what I mean. It was like high school all over again. It was where like I had to like really like work my way to the top.
Yeah.
And like people were judging you, people were looking at you differently, like you know what I mean? And it wasn't easy, but it was worth it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I assume that with anything, there's always hardships, but I assume that the hardships are different, obviously, being
Yeah.
like more confident and open about these things that are not usually the norm growing up, especially during your time, right? Whereas
Yeah.
like I think maybe in my time, it's a little bit more open, but
Yeah.
still very stigmatized and all these sort of things, especially here in Surrey.
No, I know, and like
it gets a bad rap.
It does, and it's like, you know what I mean. Like I hope people in Surrey will learn to just accept,
Yeah.
like you know
Like
what I mean.
normalize these things because
Exactly.
like at the end of the day, we're all humans.
Yeah.
We bleed the same blood.
Thank you. You know what I mean? It's just like everyone, just like they're different in their own ways. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're all the same people. Like what you just
Mhm.
said, we run on the same blood. Like, you know what I mean? But
Mhm.
like, so it's just hopefully.
Yeah. So I want to ask you, what's your favorite thing about drag? Why do you love it?
The reason why I laughed loud because of something. Sorry, it's just
No worries.
I love that question. The reason why I love doing drag is because music and Sanjina and dance is like the best combination.
Mhm.
I love to perform. I
Yes.
love to perform. I love to dance. Like I just love it so much. And like I said, like being her, like I feel powerful.
Yeah.
I feel
That's-
powerful in the right way,
Yes.
not in the wrong way.
Empowered. Yeah.
Yes, there you go. Yes,
That's absolutely right.
like I feel good, like you know, and I feel like I'm like happy, and it also makes me realize that like my past was so dark
Mhm.
that my future is so bright.
Mhm.
You know?
You saw like the light at the end of the
Yeah.
tunnel. That's amazing. Yeah. I actually want to bring up. We had conversations. I brought this up before, but you, as a performer, you
Yeah.
had this really hot pop-in item Bollywood group here in Surrey called Jawani Ka Jatka. And this was, honestly, I've seen you guys perform at every hall party, and you actually performed at my Sweet 16.
Honestly, that was when I found that I was like, what?
Yeah.
We probably did.
Yeah, no, honestly, like, I was just, like, I told my sister, like, contact you and, like, get the group. Like, I really, like, because at the end of the day, around the time when I was 16, I was kind of, like, getting more interested in dance and everything. But, like, I was able to appreciate, like, your guys' performances, and you guys wore, like, the iconic Fijian group. Like, there wasn't many groups that were
Yeah,
of Fijian
no,
descent doing it.
we were, and big shout out to Rachel Varma, Sita Chobe, Tenzia Raman, Jason Pillay, Krishna Pillay, and Natasha Goswami. That's one person I want to give the biggest shout out to because she really did help me a lot. That was my favorite thing, and the best thing about when I lived in Surrey was JKJ.
Yeah.
It was because we had so much fun doing it, and we had a lot of fun, and we loved doing what we did.
That is
Like,
amazing.
we did-
And honestly, I appreciated everything you guys did.
Yeah.
Being able to see, like, Fijian people, like, a group be, like, so entertaining. Like, I loved it.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
the performance value, it was spot
It was,
on.
oh my god, we had so much fun doing it. And the thing is, like, we were not, like, our relationship as JKJ, we were like a family.
Yeah.
Like, literally, like, a family. Like, it was not like we were friends.
Yeah.
Like, we started off as friends, but, like, it was like, no, we were a family. Like,
You're
we all
really able
grew
to
up with
bond.
each other
Yeah.
in a weird way.
That's
Like, from school, high school, like, we all knew each other.
Mm-hmm.
So it was, like, good, right? You know, members left, members came.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, it was a good time. It was a good time. I really miss them. But I can't wait to see them.
Yeah, now that you're here.
Yes.
finally
And you
catch up
might
with
see
them.
something that JKJ might be doing.
Oh,
You
what?
don't know.
Oh, okay.
Right,
That's a little
she's back.
speculation.
She's back.
That's awesome. Oh my god, I'm so excited to see what this is. But anyways, we're just about to wrap up for this interview. I want to ask you, what's next for you? Do you have any upcoming goals, projects, things happening?
Well, yes, I do have a lot of projects coming up. One of them is going to be with Bolly Heels TO. Check them out. The ladies, they do Bollywood on heels.
Yeah.
They're amazing.
Wow.
Bolly Heels TO, check them out. I do have a really big project coming up with them, and then I have something coming up soon that I can't say.
Mhm.
I'm not
So do you
allowed
want to plug your social media or anything so
yes.
people can
So
kind of...
follow me at Sanjina, the Bish Queen, and you'll see soon enough. Give it fall, and you'll see.
Yes, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you, and I just want to say, what you're doing is amazing.
Thank
okay,
you so
this
much.
is amazing, and bringing Fijian talent on here, like, we need this. We need
Mhm.
more people like you.
Oh, thank you. That really
And
means
a
a
queen
lot.
to a queen.
Oh.
Okay, my Fijian queen, keep doing this. Okay,
Thank you.
I love
and I
you.
wish you all the best
Yes.
in your endeavors to
Yes.
keep doing you. And
yes,
I'm absolutely inspired by you.
I
Since
love
when
you.
I was even like young, seeing JK, that was an inspiration. But thank you so much.
Of course, anytime. Thank you, and like, I'll be back soon.
Yes, for sure, definitely. Let me know. So that wraps up our interview with Sanjina this week. Up next is actually a little clip of Sanjina before when they were in JKJ, joined the Decca.
No way.
Sanjay Dayal. So here you go.
Welcome back to Viti Vibes, guys. Today we're doing something different. I'm going to be interviewing Arshia today, and we're going to be talking about her community experience and how she's helped out the Fijian community and the community in general. So, welcome, Arshia. How are you?
Thank you. I'm honored to be here. I am good.
Doing good? So, can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
So my name is Arshia, as you know. I do a lot of volunteering experience in the community.
Mhm.
And I have a lot of experience with it. So I've been doing it for around 3 to 4 years.
Mhm.
And it's something that I'm very passionate about and I love to do.
That's really good. What have you volunteered in which has helped you pretty much become who you are today?
I've learned so much along the way. And something I've learned that was the most important thing was to express my opinion, and that people actually want to hear your opinion and want to listen to you. And you should never think that somebody never wants to listen to you, because people are out there for a reason to listen to you. and everybody wants to hear a different opinion.
Yep.
Because people are open-minded, and they are willing to listen.
That's good to know. So, you were talking about when we were talking before, right? So, you said that you're volunteering for PICS. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Well, I wasn't necessarily volunteering for PICS, but I was working for PICS.
Okay, I see.
So, Progressive Intercultural Community Services,
Mhm.
and also known as PICS.
Yep.
So what I did there was I worked as a child care assistant.
Okay.
So what I did was I worked with kids 3 to 7 years old, and I just arranged activities for them, help the worker there, clean and keep everything like nice and tidy, and like take care of the kids, make sure they had their snacks and stuff. And I love working with kids, so it was a great experience for me.
How many kids would you say were there around? Do you have a number? Like how many kids you'd help while you're pretty much working there?
Yeah, there were around 8 to 9 kids.
Okay, so not too bad, right?
No.
So, did you have lots of fun doing it? Did you enjoy it? Or how was it in general?
Well, me, I'm very passionate about working with kids.
Yep.
I find that they need to let their creative juices flow.
Mm-hmm.
So just providing activities for them and watching them play
Yep.
and doing things, I felt like that actually helped them a lot.
Yep.
To like have friends, because I think that it's important to have that like communication
Yep.
with kids when you're younger, so when you're older you know what things are.
Good to know. So, moving on. What's your favorite part about volunteering?
Well, my favorite part about volunteering is probably working with kids. So
Okay.
the city of Surrey was probably my favorite volunteer experience,
Mm-hmm.
where I got to set up activities, help the older volunteers set up activities, and just to help the kids like know things and how to do things, and like teaching them how to cook and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. So, moving on to the Fijian part. So, what have you volunteered or helped with in the Fijian community?
Well, I've helped with the Fiji Disaster Relief Society.
Mm-hmm.
So what I did was I volunteered with the plow drive.
Yep.
So you've probably heard about
Yeah.
that as well. Yeah.
That's how we mainly met, right?
Yes.
That's the very first time I met her. Talked about it. So, elaborate.
Yeah. So what I did was I kind of volunteered food. I helped count the money as well,
Mm-hmm.
and make sure the money was in a safe place
Yep.
and safe hands.
Okay, I see. So you're like a big boss right there. You're like, oh, I got the money.
Yeah, and in a way, yeah.
Yeah. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, and I did enjoy it, and
How-
that's something
yeah.
I'm passionate about as well.
So, how many days did you pretty much work on this? Like, was it just like one day thing, or was it multiple days leading up to it?
I was part of one day leading up to it,
Okay.
so I was there behind the scenes as well.
Okay, I see. Also in the front action,
Yes, that
handing
too,
out palau.
as well. Yes.
So, it was nice talking to you, Arshia. Thank you for pretty much coming on to Viti Vibes and expressing pretty much everything you've known and talking about all your volunteering experience. And one thing is, it's really key to have a lot of volunteering experience, especially in the Fijian community. Helping out is always the best thing that you can always do, right? Plus, it looks good on your resume.
Well, thank you for having me, Pranay. It was an honor to be here.
Anytime. Alright, that's all we have for this episode. Thank you very much, and see you guys next week. I have some public service announcements to explain. So, make sure you guys jot down the numbers and events. The Fijian Focus, in partnership with Fiji Disaster Relief Society, will be celebrating Fiji's 51st Independence Day on October 9th at the Kanna Banquet Hall. For more information, please call Camila Singh at 604-537-5123 or Kevin Chand at 604-562-4569 or Andy Chand at 604-825-8261. The Canadian Federation of Fiji Organizations is hosting their annual Gala Awards on October 24th. They are expecting 4 nominations for 4 different categories. First is the Community Leader, second is Organizational Leader, third is Innovative Business Award, and fourth is your Youth Volunteer Award. The deadlines for these nominations are August 31st. Their nomination forms are available on their website at www.cfofo.ca. For more information, please contact them at cfofo@gmail.com. If you have any announcements that you'd like our youth to be aware of, please send it to us. My email is pranaysharma8714@gmail.com, and please send it there if you have anything that you'd like to say. Thank you. We ran out of time, and I hope you guys enjoyed the show as much as I love bringing it to you. And remember, the show is your show, and if you want to be a part of it, either behind the screen or in person, then please let us know. We're always looking for energetic youth that are ready to take on the challenge and join our community. So, don't forget to watch Viti Vibes every Thursday at 10 p.m. and again on Sundays at 4:30 p.m. This is our only show that airs around that time, and it's only on Shaw. For whatever reason, if you do not have Shaw, we will upload these on our social media, such as Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. No show is complete without your support from our community, so we are looking for sponsors to sponsor our show. For sponsorship, please contact Camila Singh at 604-537-5123, and for in-studio guests, please call me, Pranay Sharma, or my friend Rebecca Singh, who's not here today. You can contact any of us, and we'll always be there to talk to you. All of our shows are uploaded on YouTube under Camila Singh Shows. Before I leave, I'm going to leave you with these thoughts. So, from the day that we are born, the need for human affection is our very blood. Even if the affection comes from an animal or someone would normally consider an enemy, both children and adults will naturally gravitate towards it. Anyways, I'm your host Pranay Sharma, and for Rebecca Singh, we are both signing off. Thank you very much, and we'll see you guys all next week. Stay healthy and keep well. Hope to see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Let's go. Yeah. All out of state, so the man they never seen that. Ain't fat, dope and shake your fingers, then you lean back.